in Port-au-Prince, there was a huge fight the second we got there.
It was borderline rioting.
I wrote a list of expectations that I had because of what I've seen in the media and because of what I've heard of. None of them were good, and the first thing we saw was a big fight.
I'm not filming it. Relax.
Immediately, we sort of hit the wall. It was a little bit alarming. Sort of like a reality check that even though we had only flown 4 or 5 hours, all of a sudden, there we were in the middle of unstable, volatile area.
Port-au-Prince was pretty heavy driving through.
It was a big culture shock.
Like, I saw things that would have never thought I'd see.
It's all in just such a bad state of disrepair.
You look to your right, you look to your left, there's tents everywhere.
They have to fit up to 12 people in these tiny tents that are smaller than my washroom at home.
They're waiting for the government to build a house for them.
Just kind of illustrated to me how much disarray there is in the entire community of Port-au-Prince. It was sad. I've never seen this kind of thing before, and for me, the first time to just hit me right in the face with it, I was a bit overwhelmed.
We took this mountain road up to Anche. You see these IDP camps that are up the mountain and then far as the eye can see in either direction, and apparently that wasn't even inhabited land at all before, but this is where people have the best chance of finding a little land that they can claim as their own.
So many people have lost their homes after the earthquake hit, and to see them all crowded into these little camps just reminds me how lucky I am.
What I wanted to get out of this trip is to start appreciating what I have more and starting to really take that in. Like, that's already starting to happen.
We think that all this progress has been made since the earthquake, but not really. It's pretty sad to see that those are still the conditions.
Nobody should really have to experience such poverty and such a tragedy.
We are officially in Haiti right now.
Weren't there yesterday?
No, we weren't.
I see 4 little girls running down and grabbing the water out of the basin and taking it back up, and of course I think, hey, why don't we go help, right? That was so much harder than it looked. Like, I was like, whew, going up that hill, because it was a nice steep hill, just like, oh man, you know what I mean? And then to see these little girls that are this tall and couldn't weigh more than 100 pounds just carrying it up, it's incredible. You know what I mean? As much as I'd like to put on the tough face, I don't think I could haul water up a hill all day.
It's time for something new.
We helped some girls carry water from this kind of spring lake thing they have all the way up this huge hill to pour into this huge barrel that I guess they sanitize. But it was rough. I don't know how they do this, and they carried it on their heads too. And I was just carrying it with my 2 hands and having the hardest time. And everyone kept being like, oh, can I help you with that? Can I help you with that? And I wanted to do it on my own, but I eventually accepted some help from Monroe. It was a lot heavier than I was expecting. It was just water, but like, it was pretty heavy.
I mean, I can go to the corner store and buy a 3-liter jug of water and just not even think twice about it. I can just go home, turn on my tap, you know what I mean?
Villagers would have to dig around the mud to try to get water to cook with and to bathe with. This man got cement and built a bit of a spring to let the water filter through and to have clean water for everyone. That was amazing to see, and to see that he saw that people needed water, and he said, I know where we can get water, let's do something about it.
So this whole thing right now is totally full. We can't even have it blocked all the time, otherwise this could break because the water pressure is so much. But before it was just a small bubbling up from the mud in the ground.
I thought to myself, like, people have to walk miles. I just wish there was more, you know what I mean? Just one little spring, and I mean, that's a lot to the community, and it's very important, and I was glad to see that. And the whole community kind of came together and got the stairs, got the whole thing going, and now it's like a ready source of clean water for the school, for the hospital, for everything. For me to see it, I think they need more. Like, this community, this whole country, everybody just needs more, you know?
We're at Degrassi. We're helping build a playground.
I think it should face the school.
Yeah, right?
Right now, we're looking at the old playground. And that's about it.
The current playground consists of a slide and some rocks.
We're building one that is literally 20 times the size of this.
What we're going to be doing is taking all of it from over here and setting them up over here.
You come around here and hold it. I'll be the mule. I'll push. And we're just laying out where it needs to go and taking all the plastic off so that later on we can come back and assemble this mole suck-off.
I don't really...
1, 2, 3.
I need somebody on this side, right? One thing I don't see at all in Haiti is just stuff for fun.
This is going to be the little wall climbing station.
The ball, I don't really see any places in which people can just go unwind instead of always constantly worrying about where they're going to get their water, where they're going to get their water, where they're going to get their food.
There's so many kids watching, and the playground's going to be for them. And they kind of wonder what we're doing. So I was like, why don't we do it together? Why don't we help? And now look at how many hands we have. Monte-me. Lots and lots of hands, and they're all really happy to help.
I want to leave a little bit of happiness.
Apparently they've never had a playground in this area, in this province, I guess, at all. So this will be like an amusement park for the kids.
I guess, what the heck?
Yeah.
Wait, everyone calm down. Everyone calm down.
We're calm. We're good. We're good.
What are you? Foot buck.
It's just foot
It's a
buck.
foot buck.
So that must be something that goes underneath if it's a foot buck.
We're so excited to really get working on it and make it 3D.
Yeah, so we were right. It has to be the diameter, but I don't understand why
the red ones are labeled A.
That just seems impossible.
We weren't anticipating the playground to be so much math and so much connecting, and I don't know why we thought it would be easy to put up a structure that we hope would last forever for these children.
Where do these steps go?
Yeah, that's a perfect spot. The stairs should be there.
Brilliant!
He's been helping a lot. He's been the hardest worker here by far.
Everyone deserves a chance as a kid, obviously, to play without anything to worry about.
They'll have a place to go where they can really just be free.
No matter where you've come from, if you're an orphan, what you've been through at that point, you know, it's just playing. You can let all that stuff go.